Hey, my sweet, sweet students. This is Miss Roman with Educating with Love. And we are here today to go over how are you going to represent inequalities on a number line, on a graph. So how do you do that? Well, remember that we're going to start with our symbols, okay? Remember that you have that L you can make with your hand, the L, and you squeeze it, and that means less than. So L stands for less than, squeeze that L, and you have the less than sign. So if I want to show something as less than something else on a number line, I am going to use an open circle, just that less than sign. To show it on a graph, I need an open circle. I'm going to draw an open circle. So for example, if I tell you that X, some random number, is less than positive 2, some number, I don't know, some number is less than positive 2. So many things are less than positive 2, like so many numbers, number 1, number 0, number negative 3, okay? How do we show that on a graph? I'm going to go to the 2, and I'm going to put an open circle around it. When I put the open circle, that is telling someone that it is less than. But now you need to also add an arrow, okay? So less than what? Less than the positive 2. So go to all the numbers that are less than. Your arrow should be pointing to the left. And when you create that arrow, you're actually creating that squeezed L. It's going to look like the less than sign. So your arrow is going to go towards your left because it's covering all those numbers that are less than 2. And remember, it has to be an open circle. Okay, so let's move on. What about greater than? Well, greater than. Remember, greater than is opposite of less than. And remember I told you that greater than kind of reminds me of when you're making a capital G. It gives that end piece there, opens its mouth towards the left. So that's the greater than sign. What if I tell you that Y, some random number, is greater than negative 3? So first thing I need to do is go to that negative 3. And again, greater than is going to be represented by an open circle and the arrow going in the correct direction towards the greater than numbers. So we're going to go to the negative 3. I'm going to draw the open circle. So here we go. I'm drawing this open circle right on top of the negative 3. Now, which direction am I going to continue? Well, what numbers are greater than negative 3? What is a better situation than owing like $3? A better situation would be just to owe $1 or to have $3 in my pocket. So I'm going to go towards my right, from here to my right. And your arrow is going to point towards the right, and it's actually going to, when you draw the arrow, it's going to create that greater than sign. So you know that you're going the right way. Okay? All right. Before I forget, please write down notes. Copy this down in your notebook. You should have your math notebook as we continue learning math, okay? So, less than or equal to. Now this you have to pay close attention to, because before we had less than, so it's that squeeze L, it says or it could be equal to. So now there's like another step. Before there was only one step of drawing that circle. Now there's going to be 2 steps, because now you're telling me it could be less than or equal to. How are we going to show or the equal to part? The way we show it is as the following. Less than or equal to. So let's say I say M is less than or equal to positive 1. Some number is less than or the same as 1. Draw this circle over the 1. That means less than. But guess what? You're going to have to color in the circle, because that'll mean, hey, it could also be equal to. So that's 2 steps. 1 step and 2 steps. 1 symbol, continue second part of the drawing for the second part of the symbol. Okay, so circle, color. 2 parts here, 2 parts here. That's how I remember it. And then I'm going to say all the numbers that are less than, or a worse situation than having 1 would be to owe 1 or to owe 3. So my arrow is going to go to my left. And remember, it's still creating that kind of less than sign. Okay, going to the less than numbers. Last one, greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to, let's say letter M again is greater than or equal to. See how I draw 2 things? I'm going to do a circle and I'm going to shade it in. greater than or equal to, I don't know, -2. So I'm going to go to -2. I'm going to circle it to represent the greater than part, and I'm going to shade it in to represent or equal to -2. If it's greater, that means it's going to go towards the right. All the numbers are greater on the right. A better situation, okay? Towards the right. And when I draw that arrow, my arrow is going to actually look like that greater than sign. Okay, boys and girls, I hope that helps. Good luck.